We got Cooper Teare here, hitting the World Championship standard, knocking that out. So how'd the race feel for you out there tonight?
It was good. I mean, definitely took some work. First half was super smooth, and then, yeah, I mean, whenever you kind of have to go push from the front, it gets a little bit harder, but try to tighten the screws a little bit that last 2K, and I'd rather it be in my hands and have to do a little more work than, let someone else let it lag. So, yeah, I was happy, and obviously, I think me and Cole worked really well together to just stay on it, keep it honest, and yeah, Ben was on the infield calling splits, and I mean, we knew what we had to do, so coming in with 600 to go was kind of where the race really started, and I just duked it out.
He said it felt a little bit more uncomfortable than he would have liked, Cole said. How did it feel for you?
Yeah. No, when it got hard, it really got hard, and like I said, first 3K was really, really comfortable. Felt really good clicking off 31 flats, and I mean, just I think need to get a little stronger. We've basically only done base stuff, so the specific stuff was a little bit harder to just get into that mindset for the last 2K of a hard 5K, especially leading. So I'm really pleased with it. Yeah, I mean, it's a 5K at that pace in February is always going to be hard, so I'm happy with how it went.
Do you feel like for where you're at right now, this is the strongest you've been this part of the year in your career to this point?
Definitely, yeah. I'm running kind of PRs across the board, so things have just been clicking. I think there's, just some extra stuff that I'm doing consistently that I haven't done in the past.
Like what?
Just a lot of kind of prehab stuff and strengthening. I've always just been happy with doing consistent hard training, and this year I'm focusing on just making sure I'm strengthening those areas where I'm a little bit weak, and making sure I'm staying healthy, little things taken care of, and we're doing a lot of cross training, and whereas I would do that kind of just not even barely zone 2 in the past, I'm working zone 2, zone 3 for 2 hours on the bike pretty consistently, and it's just those little things where you're staying off is very low impact, but kind of high aerobic threshold. So yeah, just building that base a little bit and kind of building the engine, and yeah, I mean, I think that's showing. Once we sharpen up a little bit, that end of the race is going to be hopefully 53, 54 rather than maybe a 57 as it was today. So yeah.
So tell me about that cross training a little bit, because I know that you guys like to use the bikes just on the road bikes. How does that fit in? What's the purpose of doing that as opposed to running more miles, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, Ben has a very meticulous approach to training, and a lot of it is kind of built on the back of staying healthy, and we do a lot of hard running and not a lot of just easy zone 1 running, and so we do 6 days a week instead of 7 as well, and we get as much mileage as we can, but there's so many places where we can kind of build on that and keep working hard and keep working the aerobic system without having to get that impact. So yeah.
Was it like that at Oregon as well, or has that evolved?
No, it's definitely changed. I think he's really gotten to this point where he's dialed in his training. He's kind of like a mad scientist in my eyes.
Yeah.
He's got all these. Take a second and watch the end of this. Strain about to get out kicked. Oh! Damn. Wake Forest, not bad.
What do you think of all these college kids, right?
It's pissing me off. It's starting to piss me off. No, I mean, a handful of good kids that. I mean, I remember when me and Cole were in college, kind of rewriting some of the record books, and basically everything from there has been wiped clean, and just brought to the next level. So it's super cool to see. Kids these days just. Someone said high schoolers are training like college kids are training like pros, and pros are training like high schoolers. So,
what does that last one mean?
Oh man, we got too much time on our hands, too much time to dilly-dally, and these kids want to be so good, and you have to take so much to get a contract and be in that position to be at the top of the collegiate level. I feel like they're just working so much harder. So now high school kids are running 3:56 or whatever it is, and breaking 8 in the 3K. So yeah, it's just it's a new area of running that I don't think we've seen for a while. So it's exciting.
What do you think specifically has changed the last maybe 4 years since you set the collegiate record in the mile?
I think people are just the bar's raising little by little, and what maybe felt like impossible a couple years ago, we're kind of slowly chipping away at. Even on the pro side, you look at, you know, Jakob, Grant, even right now is doing things that, you know, before were took the best of the best. It took the, you know, Bekele's or Kipchoge's or whoever it might be, and you know, now it's Fisher, it's Cole, it's, you know, I want to be in the mix there. So yeah, people are just believing themselves a little bit more. So yeah, it's just exciting, and you got to bet on yourself these days.
Why did you choose to run here tonight instead of USA's?
We had a training camp coming up, and I think China's just a big ask for where we are right now, especially with so much on the line and such a long season ahead. Like, I don't know, a big travel like that can really have a pretty big detriment. Not that it's like a watered down here or anything, but I think there's so much emphasis on outdoors, and that's where everyone, like all eyes are looking at that. And so, you know, I'd rather get in a good training block, come here, and you know, it's critical to get good just racing in, and I think USA's would be a great spot for that. But right now, like, I needed to get that standard out of the way. I mean, my big goal for this year is the 5K, so getting that standard out of the way means I can go get in races and like learn to race tactically and get savvy at that, rather than just like chasing times and like I want sub 13 to feel good and feel like I can race tactically at sub 13, and now I can give myself a little bit more wiggle room to like go do that and get in those races, and you know, go to Grand Slam and like do something like that, and hopefully, you know, get in these big races that people are racing, and it's what it's going to look like at USA's and Worlds.
Right. I mean, there's definitely a balance to be struck, because obviously you need the standard, but like, couldn't you argue you would get that experience running like at World Indoors or USA Indoors as well? Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, you just gotta pick your battles, and it's funny just seeing like week after week, there's a good 5K here, and you know, we kind of targeted this quite a while ago to just kind of get that out of the way. And yeah, it'd be good to race at Worlds, but I think for me, this was the big box to check right now.
All right, and the last thing I wanted to ask about, I was listening to an episode of the Coffee Club podcast a couple weeks ago, and they mentioned you and Cole doing like an 8-flat 2-mile on anti-gravity treadmills or something like that. Can you give us the backstory? Is that true? What's the deal there?
It's not 8-flat, but we definitely, like I said, Ben is a mad scientist. Like, he's doing things that I don't think people have really thought of, and like I said, he loves low impact. So, you know, Monday afternoons we get on the Alter G, and you know, we work down to, you know, 58s, 59s, and we do like, you know, 8 to 10 minutes on there, just kind of slowly chipping away at it.
What percent body weight you at?
Usually like 80 to 85. So it's a good balance. But it's I call it overspeed training. Just getting used to, like, you know, once a week we're running a 750, like 3K, just on a Monday afternoon after a workout. Like, it's awesome.
How does it feel at that body weight compared to like 100%?
That's easy. It sounds more flashy than it actually is, but yeah, I mean, it's things that people aren't doing, so it's cool. I don't want to give away all the secrets, but yeah, definitely we take a different approach than I think a lot of people do.
Gotcha. All right, well, I appreciate the time, Cooper, and
yeah,
good job getting the standard tonight.